Good morning, everyone. So the title of my project, Enhancing the Human-Robot Interaction in Healthcare Settings, is studying nonverbal communication cues and the trust dynamics with an robot caregiver, me, Asimtas Maturaju, and thanks Professor Casting for offering such kind of the good courses. Here the outline of my projects. So according to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and the Development, by the middle of 21st century, over 25% of the world population will be aged more than 65%. So as the number of the aged population increasing, so we need the more humans and the robot as a caregiver. But but traditional caregiver practice, it is always hiring their human caregiver, but it is more expensive and they does not always fulfill the adult people's need. But human computer interaction is now repeatedly expanding. So the humans and the robot can work together. So the nonverbal communication of the robots, like his body movement and the gestures and the turns, are facilitated for effective communication and interaction between the human and robots. And by adjusting their nonverbal behaviors, like the robot can express their empathy, their understanding. So it enhances the quality and the forecasting trust and the engagements. So in this study, we explore the integration of the now robots, now nonverbal behavior in healthcare monitoring as it works as a caregiver for older peoples. In the figure one, we can show the Weber simulation of the apartment with the now robots as a caregivers. So here we discussed some previous existing works. In the first works, they investigate the impact of the robot-initiated touch in the healthcare setting, especially for the factors employing the patient's experience, and they explore different kind of the factors like the touch presence, robot intent, and the appearance, and how it affects the participants' reactions. And the Johnsons, they investigate in now robots' behavior, especially for the game mindings. So they investigate the effect of multimodal behavior patterns like the combination of the gestures, eye patterns, etc. In the another study, they use the Pepper's robot for nonverbal gesture for the elderly care for elderly peoples, and they developed this for enhance the security and safety aspects in caregiving environment using the robot arm gestures and the health nodding. So problem statement, only a few number of the works with the robots for caregiver with the elderly peoples. And also there is a need of specific applications to design an application of the robotic design like the now in the real world settings. And there is another issue, this is called the trust issue when the now touches the humans. So as it is the safety or not safety. So here are our objectives and the contributions. So our main objectives to design now robot with the elderly adults in the healthcare setting. So our main contributions, we manipulate the now's nonverbal behaviors modality, like different kind of combination of the gestures, salary patterns, and the touch respectively. And we employed a mixed method process within subject factorial design for assessing the participant perceptions, difference, and their responses depending on various kinds of now's nonverbal cues. And we design the robot capabilities of serving the needs of elderly to improve the quality of their lives. So here our proposed methodology. So for this, to solve these issues, so we designed the three questions. Our first research questions, how the participants perceives when the robot now touches to the observe and monitoring the patient's health or elderly people's health. So here we explore the participants' comfort level, like how it is trust and their compatibility and the satisfactions. In the research questions too, they can participate able to understand and their responses to various LED patterns and the gestures from the now, like here we assess which gestures better, either LED pattern or the hand gestures. In the research questions 3, what distinguishing factors influence the trust between the interactions involving the human-robot, human-human versus or human-robot versus? Here we explore either human employee better, human caregiver better, or the robot caregiver better. So this is our overall designs. So we designed our overall scenario using the Weebot due to the lack of the now robots. So to evaluate our research questions, we have developed various nonverbal cues like the touch, hand-in-hand gestures, and the LED patterns that are used by the now robot. Our environmental setups. So our environment consists of the now robot, which plays within an apartment with the elderly peoples. So to simulate the realistic interaction between the older peoples and now, so we recorded the 2 video scenarios while now touches the older peoples and show it the responses. So in the 2 video scenarios, our first video scenario is the positive responses. Imagine there is an apartment. In the apartment, an elderly individual standing in front of the now robot, positions on a table, then now moves towards an elderly individual's hand and check his health condition. If the now receipt is good, then it changes the LED colors to greens and reds and stems as a welcoming gestures and notes in hand ups and downs. Similarly, for the negative response, now again tells the older peoples, if it shows the negative, not good conditions, then it changes the LED to red colors, and left in arms to head, and noodles in has from left to right. So here are the two video scenarios. In the both scenarios now comes inference to the humans, and then it touches to the elderly peoples. If it shows the good condition, then green color. It shows the bad condition, then it will be the red colors. And now we'll discuss how we manipulate the now touch behaviors. Now have the behaviors, basic commands and behaviors. First, we manipulate now touch manipulate. Now now robot has 9 tactile sensors. As we simulated, as it is the Weber simulated, so it's challenging to design the touch. So use the random functions, which will generate either 1 or 0. If it is a good condition, then it shows the 1. If it generates the 1, it is a good health condition. If it generates the 0, it is the negative health condition or negative vibes. Then we manipulate the hand and hand gestures. First, we manipulate the hand gestures. Now has some basic movement like forward, backward, turn left, and turn out. Here we introduce the 3 hand gesture, like the handshake, sad motion, and the happy motion. When now generates the 1 to indicate the happy motion, so now it generates the 0 indicates the sad motion. Similarly, for hand gesture manipulations, nodding from left to right and nodding from up and downs. Here, the another one is the LED patterns manipulated. So we manipulated the now ILEDs and the chessboard LEDs. When now receive the good vibes, so it shows the green color. When it receives the 0, that means then sad vibes. So the LED changes the red colors. So in the participants, so according to we sent the Google Form questionnaires to all the participants. So in our study, all the 8 students attends, and they are all from the University of Waterloo, and the all participants have the prior experience with the robot. So our procedures. When the experiments start, the participants are requested to provide the demographic details and complete the survey questions depending on the now different kind of nonverbal cues. So measurement. The research questions aims to evaluate the participants' experience in the perception in 3 main domains, like the perceptions, nonverbal efficiency, and the hand gestures, and the trustworthiness. So here are the 4 independent variables. So use the 5-point like a scale ranging from 1 to 5. So we employ the mixed point approaches within the subsectorial. So we have the 4 independent variables and the 11 different variables. For the perceptions, we have the 4 now touches. So we have the 4 dependence variables for the efficiency of nonverbal communications. Here we assess the 3 dependent variables. For the trustworthiness, we have the 4 non-dependent variables. So now results. So according to the perceptions. So from in the graph, we can show that the perceptions of the touch rating against the tractability, comfortability, competence, and reliability. Here the perceptions views that now touch with health monitoring favorable with a scope for managing the comfort, confidence, and the levels. And efficiency of the nonverbal communication from the both figures and the table. So you can say that LED patterns are perceived as better than the hand and hand gesture in terms of understanding and accuracy. We can show that is the less value for understanding the accuracy with the large effect sizes. And the last one, the trustworthiness. From the figure 8 and figure 9, the participants always recommend this now caregiver better than the human caregiver. So these are our discussions. So now touch-based health monitoring. So it is easy to understand, moderate, and comfortable and competent to reliables. The LED pattern versus the gestures, the LED patterns favorable for understandability and the accuracy, the trust dynamics. The longer interactions correlate with the increasing the trust, emphasizing the importance of engagement. So here's our conclusion. Our findings suggest that now touch-based health monitoring are well received by the participant with positive ratings. So that means we can conclude now can be used as a caregiver for monitoring the health condition of elderly peoples. The limitation and the fireworks. Our sample size is very small. So in the further research, efforts should be made to expand the participatory requirements. Moreover, we are conducting this study without the ethical approval, raise the ethical concern regarding the participant consent and the data privacy, as we designed our caregiver sitting in the Weaver simulations. However, in the real scenario, it could be more complex. Here are our references. Thank you.